In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 exams every nurse must write, especially if you want to practice nursing abroad. Number 2 is CBT. CBT stands for Computer Based Test, and it is the first part of the test of competence. There are 2 tests of competencies. CBT is the first part. I'll talk about the second part next. Now, the purpose of CBT is to assess your knowledge. Is to assess the knowledge of people who want to apply to join the UK NMC's register from overseas. So, if you are trained outside the UK and then you want to come here and work as a registered nurse or midwife, probably you have to sit for these exams. And one important thing you have to know is that the CBT is usually written in your home country. So if you are from Ghana, you have to write your CBT in there. If you are from Nigeria, you have to write your CBT in there. So wherever you are from, you have to identify the test center and then write aside. The CBT consists of 2 parts. We have part A and then part B. Part A is classed as numeracy. So as the name implies, you are dealing with numbers. What this means is that you'll be dealing with drag calculations and all those stuff. And it lasts for just 30 minutes and you're supposed to answer 15 questions. And the part B deals with clinical multiple choice questions relating to nursing or midwifery. And here you have 2 hours, 30 minutes to finish that. And you are supposed to answer 100 questions. So take that into consideration. So all in all, you are answering 115 questions in the CBT. One may ask, how much do I need to register for the CBT? You see, there's a fixed amount you have to pay depending on wherever you are coming from. And it is £83. So you have to do the conversion in your currency to see how much you have to pay for that. So how do you book for the CBT? Once you start your UK NMC registration, you go through verification process. Now, this process is for the UK NMC to reach back to your home country NMC to find out if you are fit to practice as a nurse, or if you're a registered nurse working in that country and that you are fit to practice as a nurse in the UK. Once this is confirmed, you get an email from the institution that organizes CBT and an account will be created for you. All you have to do is to log in and then book for the test. The institution that organizes CBT is called Pearson VU, and there are available test centers in most countries around the world. So obviously you have to just check if you've got a center in your country. If you fail the CBT, unlike the IELTS or the OET that you have to write all the aspect again, here depending on the part you failed, you have to write. So let's say you failed in part A, which is the numeracy. You had issues with drag calculation and that you didn't attain the score you are looking out for. You only have to sit for the part A. Or let's say you failed in part B, which has to do with the clinical multiple choice question. You have to only sit for part B. But the issue here is that you have to pay different amounts for each part you are resitting. For example, if you failed in part A only, you are paying £50. And then if you failed in part B only, you pay £70. But then if you failed in both, you pay the same amount, £83, for which you registered with. And then the grading system is just in 2 folds. It's either you are passing or you are failing. So when you write the CBT within 24 hours, you should have the results. Now the results will be displayed on your NMC online portal. So when you log into your NMC online account, you see either passed or failed. And at this point, where do you get practice materials? You see, to get practice materials, there are a lot of places you can sort for. But then remember that not all are genuine. But what I can say is that check in the description box of this video for the links to get enough CBT practice materials for yourself. What advice will I give if you are preparing for the CBT? What I will say is that, first of all, prepare very well before you sit for the exams. You see, remember that it is unusual for you to fail CBT. About 99.9% of people who write CBT pass. What this means is that it's not really difficult. You can easily pass, but that doesn't mean that people have not failed. There are a couple of people who have failed the exams, and it's all because they didn't prepare very well. So just make sure that at least you are putting in your maximum best so that you can pass once and for all and not have to waste away £83.